Ireland may be small, but it packs a mighty punch. That doesn't do the justice of at least the depth of what it looks like in person. Most visitors start in Dublin, and for good reason.
We just have a little taste of a Guinness.
But the real heart and soul of the country often lies outside the capital.
It is gorgeous, and at every turn, you're going to see more stunning views that are going to make you want to stop and take photos.
Rolling green hills, dramatic coastlines, colorful towns, and some of the friendliest people you'll ever meet. It's all out there, just waiting for you to discover it. So rent a car, grab a rain jacket, trust us, and get ready to explore.
Hey everybody, it's Jeremy Hubbard. If you are looking to explore Ireland but want to ditch Dublin and check out the rest of the country, we are showing some good options, some great day trips in this episode of Window Seat.
Look, we know if you're coming to Ireland, you're coming through Dublin. It's a nice enough city, and we certainly had fun during our stay there.
The correct answer is yes.
But this video isn't about that. It's about all the other amazing places on this island that you need to see, and there's plenty of them. Let's start with the classic.
We are taking a tour today to the Cliffs of Moher.
The Cliffs of Moher are Ireland's most famous natural wonder for a reason.
It is so worth it. Those 12, 14 hours inside the bus are going to be worth it when you get out here to the coast and you see this amazing view out here on the sea, something you've never seen before.
Towering more than 700 feet above the Atlantic, these cliffs are breathtaking no matter the weather. Foggy and moody, feels like you're in a scene from a fantasy film. Bright and sunny, you can see the Aran Islands and maybe even spot a puffin. But do know, regardless, it gets quite windy up here, so dress appropriately.
Depending on what time of year you come, you may want to have a hat that covers your ears, just because that wind can get a little chilly. Just like anything else, when it's windy, it's a lot colder.
Start at the visitor center for context, but the real magic happens as you walk the trail along the cliffs. For an extra adventure, take the cliff walk from Dublin to the visitor center. It's about 8 kilometers and offers some of the best views without the crowds. There is a striking beauty to this place. Make sure you use your time wisely so you can enjoy everything. But be mindful of the fences and warning signs.
I've been warned of the dangers many times of if you get too close to the edge, you can fall in, and or bad things can happen to you just in general. And this is just a picture illustrating that point. Don't worry with me, I will not be getting that close because I am too scared of heights to do anything that stupid.
And pro tip, go early or late in the day to avoid peak tour bus traffic like we did. Up next is Galway. This is a colorful, quirky, and endlessly charming city. This West Coast city buzzes with live music, street performers, art, and seafood that'll blow your mind. Wander down Shop Street, duck into a cozy pub, or grab a bite to eat at places like Kai Cafe or Ardbaya at Naimos.
No, it's kind of like most of these like port towns you get throughout Europe. There's a lot of restaurants, a lot of shops. Very busy though. I don't think I expected to be this busy when we got here. I honestly had not heard much about Galway, if anything, prior to showing up here today. I just knew we were coming, and so it's just interesting, but so far not a lot that we wouldn't see anywhere else, but it's all got its own local flavor. So we'll just continue checking out and see what we got.
Galway is also a great jumping off point for day trips to Connemara, the Burren, and the Aran Islands. Now don't miss the Latin Quarter, Galway Cathedral, and a walk along the Salt Hill Promenade. Bonus points if you kick the wall at the end like the locals do. Next up, kissing the Blarney Stone at Blney Castle. You've probably heard the legend, kiss the Blarney Stone and gain the gift of eloquence. But there's more to Blney Castle than just smooching a rock. The castle grounds are sprawling and gorgeous with gardens, hidden paths, and mysterious rock formations like the Witch's Stone and Poison Garden. Climb the narrow spiral staircase to the top, hang backward over the edge, and give the famous stone a kiss, if you dare. Fun fact, Winston Churchill has said to have kissed it, so you'll be in good company. And now while this is cool, if you're to skip anything on the list, we think this would actually be it. Next up, take a city break in Belfast, Northern Ireland. Cross the border into Belfast, into a city that has transformed itself in recent decades. It's vibrant, gritty, artistic, and endlessly fascinating. You can start with a visit to the Titanic Belfast Museum, which is really one of the best museums in Europe.
Enormous gantries, a dry dock built for a ship that hadn't even been built yet.
This takes you through the history of the infamous ship.
What's fascinating about the museum is you really follow it from soup to nuts when it comes to the construction, design, the building, which took forever.
Belfast is where it was built and set sail initially from before picking up the passengers.
Just a lot of different stuff. And very cool, and you learn a lot. If you don't know anything coming in, you're gonna learn a whole lot. But if you learn, even if you know a lot already coming in, you're still gonna learn more. It's just, there's something for everyone.
Then take a black cab tour to explore the city's political murals and learn about the troubles from local guides.
Now, a lot of people don't realise that the north of Ireland was the British Army's longest ever deployment.
This is truly a unique and sobering way to see the city.
Just shows you how violent and indiscriminate some of these bombings were.
And totally worth it.
We see a lot of the history. We hear a lot of the violent history that's been on here, and I mean, even in our lifetime, which, you know, is kind of crazy to think about because we don't really know much about it. So came out here, we wanted to learn a lot today, and it's really cool to kind of see the history and hear it a lot firsthand, up close and personal.
Yeah, if you're a child of the 80s like I was, you have a vague knowledge of what was going on in Belfast. I know that in 72, the year I was born, that was the most violent year of the Troubles, as they're called. But then when I was a kid, you know, I'd watch the morning news and I'd certainly see a reporter standing in Belfast in front of some burned out building or bombed out structure, and I had a vague idea what was going on here, but only now do I get a full sense of what this was really about. And it wasn't entirely about religion, it was really about independence.
Wrap up your day in the Cathedral Quarter with great food and live music. We definitely recommend the Duke of York.
I enjoyed it very much. I thought it was a swell taste of what's available to some visitors on a Tuesday night in Belfast.
Next, you gotta marvel at the Giant's Causeway.
Yeah, so here we are, Giants Causeway, where Finn McCool walked across to Scotland, 14 miles across the Irish Sea.
Because while you're up north, don't miss one of Ireland's most surreal natural wonders. Giant's Causeway is a bizarre landscape of 40,000 plus interlocking basalt columns formed by ancient volcanic activity, or if you prefer, by the giant Finn McCool, depending on who you ask.
The walk from the parking lot to the cliffs that overlook the Giant's Causeway and then down to the ocean itself is a little bit grueling.
They said it was a bit of a hike to get there. It's about 10 to 15 minutes when the shuttle's not running. Definitely is, and a lot of uphill walking.
Climb the columns, hike the surrounding trails, and take in the roaring sea. This is a place really like no other we've seen, and it's an absolute must-see.
It's really cool. It does look like somebody made it, but I guess they did.
Plus, the sheep when you leave are quite friendly.
Hello, my friend. I've got nothing for you except a hearty thank you for making today so memorable right here in Northern Ireland.
The nearby Carrick-a-Reid Rope Bridge and Dunluce Castle are worth a visit too.
It's an old castle, it's one of the first ones to actually have, if not actually the first, to have cannons on the outside to protect itself.
The castle was used in Game of Thrones for those fans out there.
We still have a lot of it together, and the nice thing is they can kind of show you each room you're in. Like this is the manor house, so this would be like where all the dining happened. You know, that kind of thing. And if you were Jon Snow, this is where you would eat.
I could picture myself being pretty cozy in that castle. You know, with walls.
And from there you can even spot Royal Portrush Golf Course, where they recently held the Open Championship. Next up, wander through Kilkenny National Park. Welcome to one of the most beautiful places in Ireland. Kilkenny National Park is all lakes, mountains, waterfalls, and deer-filled forests. You can spend days here hiking, biking, or just picnicking beside Muckrock Lake. Rent a bike or hop on a jaunting car, a horse-drawn carriage, and explore the highlights. Muckross House and Gardens, Torque Waterfall, Ross Castle, the epic Gap of Dunlow, and Killarney Town does make a great base for all this with traditional pubs, live music, and hearty Irish meals. Next on the list, discover the wild beauty of Donegal. County Donegal doesn't get as much tourist love as other parts of Ireland, but that's exactly what makes it special. It's wild, rugged, and feels untouched. Explore the Slieve League Cliffs, even higher than the cliffs of Moher. Wander the beaches at Murder Hole or Maghera, and drive through Glenbow National Park to see red deer and castle ruins. If you like the idea of Ireland with fewer crowds and raw beauty, Donegal is your place. Up next, we take a step back in time with Limerick City. Often overlooked, Limerick is one of Ireland's oldest cities and has a gritty, authentic vibe. Walk along the River Shannon, visit King John's Castle, and explore the Hunt Museum, home to artifacts ranging from the Iron Age to modern art. The Georgian Quarter is lovely for a stroll, and Limerick's pub scene is warm and welcoming. Now for a food tip, grab a bite at the Curragower Bar, with views of the castle and delicious seafood. All right, up next, Embrace the energy of Cork City. Cork might be Ireland's second city, but locals will tell you it's the real capital. It's young, lively, and full of personality. Stroll the English market for food, explore Shandon Bells, and walk the quirky streets lined with independent shops and cafes. Cork can also be a gateway for a lot of other amazing day trips around the country, including the last port call for Titanic, Kinsale, and of course Blney Castle. There are some local favorites for food you might want to check out, with Liberty Grill for brunch and Sin E for traditional music in the evenings. Last up, you gotta find peace in Sligo's wild landscape. Sligo is Yeats Country, literally. The poet W.B. Yeats drew much inspiration from the country's mountains, lakes, and coastline. And once you see it, you'll understand why. Hike up Knocknaria to visit Queen Mabe's Cairn, take a seaweed bath in Strand Hill, and surf the waves at East Quay or Mulligmore. And don't miss Glencar Waterfall just across the border. Now, Dublin always may be the gateway, but it's the rest of Ireland that truly steals your heart. Each of these places offers something different. Cliffs and castles, music and mist, poetry and pints. Whether you're into history, hiking, or just relaxing in a cozy pub with a fire going and a pint in hand, there's a corner of Ireland waiting for you. So hit the road and embrace the weather, whatever it may be, and let Ireland surprise you.
So there you have it, from Giant's Causeway to Galway City. There are a million options to explore Ireland if you just ditch Dublin and see what the rest of this amazing country has to offer, which is what we did. If we missed anything, leave a comment below, and we'll leave links to everything that we covered in this episode in the description below too. We're back with a brand new episode of Window Seat next week. In the meantime, I'm Jeremy Hubbard in Galway City, Ireland. We'll see you then.